Hello, everyone, and welcome
Hello,
to
hello.
episode of the Global Freedom Conversations Live. And happy and blessed Monday to everyone, or happy and blessed Tuesday if you are already on Tuesday. Okay, so let's dive into our topic for today.
Okay, welcome to Global Freedom Conversations Live. Our topic for episode 44 is the power of lifelong learning, why growth never has an expiration date.
Yes, thank you, Isabel. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hi, I'm Patsy. I'm from Brunei. Now I'm residing in Edmonton, Alberta. I'm a mother of four and grandmother to nine, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anna Toure. I'm originally from Senegal, West Africa, but currently living here in North Carolina. I'm a wife, a stay home mom of three, and a proud digital business owner. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, now residing in North Carolina. I am a mom, a wife, a grandmother, a proud digital business owner, and a mentor.
Hi everyone, it's me, Falak, based in Indiana, USA, mom of three. Every challenge has shaped my journey. Today, as a digital entrepreneur and mentor, I help community believe in new possibilities. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Maimuna Bari. I'm originally from Sierra Leone, West Africa. I am a wife, a mom, a healthcare worker, and a proud digital business owner. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, so let's dive into our topic for today.
Global Freedom Conversation, episode 44, The Power of Lifelong Learning, Why Growth Never Has an Expiration Date.
Thank you, Falak. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So, welcome back to another episode of the Global Freedom Conversations Live. And today's topic is one that connects people from every country, culture, profession, and stage of life, and that is learning. Many people think growth slows down as we get older. But when we look at people who continue thriving throughout life, we often discover something different. And that is, they never stop learning. They remain students and they remain curious and they remain open to new ideas and experiences. So today we'll discuss 6 reasons why lifelong learning continues to be one of the most powerful tools for personal growth. And for that, we're going to be talking about the following points.
Number one, learning keeps the mind open to new possibilities. Number two, lifelong learning helps us adapt to change. Number three, learning builds confidence. Four, learning creates new connections. Five, learning helps to discover hidden potential. And sixth point is lifelong learning keeps personal touch alive.
Thank you, Patsy. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So let's dive in with our first point.
Hello? Hello? Do you hear me? Learning keeps the mind open to new possibilities. Learning keeps our mind open to possible outcomes. We may never have imagined that every new skill, experience, and piece of knowledge expand our perspective and helps us see opportunities that were once hidden. Genuinely, growth begins when we used to stay curious, ask questions, and remain willing to learn. The more we learn, the more confident we are. we become in facing challenges and adapting the change. Learning not only increases what we but we know it. It transforms how we think, act, and create value in the world. When we committed to lifelong learning, we unlock new possibilities, new opportunities, greater potential, and a brighter future for ourselves and all those who around us. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Falak. So we do have a comment here from Uzma Yusuf Sai. She say hi, watching from Los Angeles. Thank you, Uzma,
Thank you, Osma. Thank you for watching
Thank
us.
Thank
you.
you, Ma.
and she also sent a like emoji. So thank you for the like emoji too. So Falak just talk about learning keeps the mind open to new possibilities. Um, and that is because like Falak just mentioned, the more we grow, the more opportunities, ideas, and paths, we begin to be able to see that they're not longer invisible to us because we're able to uh, see them because of the learning. So we have a more open mind. So that's for that. So let's move on to the second point. And we do have another comment from Lady B. She say, hi, everyone watching from New York. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your
Hey,
comment.
Sally. Thank you for watching us.
Okay, um, so lifelong learning help us adapt to change. So one thing life has taught me is that change is inevitable. So technology changes, industry change, and the way we communicate and work also change. So I've experienced this firsthand throughout my career and my transition into the digital world. What helped me adapt wasn't having all the answers, it was being willing to keep learning. So I, like I mentioned, like in my industry, I see how the technology was introduced into our system, in the movie industry. So that really helped us, to make it easier, faster, and be able to go through everyone. So we had to learn, and adapt to those new changes. So that's, what I have experienced firsthand. And then when I came to the transition into the digital world, I also, that helped me to adapt. Um, I didn't have all the answers, but I was willing to keep learning. That's what it helped me. So, lifelong learners tend to navigate change more confidently because they're already comfortable being beginners, asking questions, and developing new skills. So, adaptability creates that resilience. So, instead of fearing change, you'll learn how to grow through it. So, here is the message for you guys: the ability to learn may be one of the most valuable skills we can develop because learning helps us navigate change with greater confidence and flexibility. So it allows us to be able to adapt to those changes. So now let's move on to the next point.
Okay. The next point is learning build confidence. A lot of people think confidence comes first, but the truth is confidence actually comes after you start learning and doing. When you don't know something, it is normal to feel unsure. That is where self-doubt comes from. But every time you take a step to learn, even something small, you are proving to yourself, I can do this. Confidence is built through competence. The more you understand, the more comfortable you become. And the more you practice, the stronger you believe in your self growth. For me personally, when I started, I didn't have experience in business. I had to learn step by step. And through that process, I realized something powerful. Growth shows you that you are capable of more than you think. That is why learning is so important. It removes fear, it replaces confusion with clarity, and it turns hesitation into action. So if you are feeling unsure right now, It doesn't mean you are not capable. It just means you are the beginning of learning something new. And that is a beautiful place to be because every new skill you learn is building your confidence for the next level. So the key take, the key takeaway is simple. Learning transform uncertainty into confidence one step at a time. Thank you.
Thank you, Maimona. So yeah, so Maimona just talked about learning builds confidence. You know, every time we learn a new skill and overcome a challenge, we build that confidence. Just like Maimona just shared her story and her journey. You know, we prove ourselves that we're capable of growing, we are capable of adapting, and we are capable of achieving more than once we thought possible. So we realize that, you know, those things that we thought that we couldn't, we are able to do it, and that builds our confidence by doing those repetitive actions. Okay, so let's move on to the next one.
Yes, today I would like to share a simple but powerful thought. Um, oh, before that, I got my title Learning Creates New Connections. Today, I would like to share simple learning doesn't just change what we know, it often changes who we know. Many people begin a personal growth journey hoping to gain new knowledge, develop new skills, or improve their circumstances. But something interesting often happens along the way. Learning introduces us to new people. It opens the doors to new communities, new conversations, and new perspectives that we may never have encountered otherwise. When we surround ourselves with people who are growing, learning, and striving to improve, their mindset can inspire us to think differently and see new possibilities for our own lives. In fact, many of life's greatest opportunities come through relationships. A conversation can spark a new idea, a mentor can see our potential, a new connection can open a door that we didn't know existed. That's why growth is not just an individual journey, it's often a shared experience. The people we meet along the way can encourage us through difficult seasons, celebrate our wins, and challenge us to become a better versions of ourselves. So never estimate the value of learning and connecting with others because growth doesn't just expand your knowledge, it expands your network, your perspective, and opportunities. And remember, growth is often accelerated through meaningful connections. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Patsy. So yeah, so Patsy just talked about learning creates new connections. So just like Patsy mentioned, you know, learning not only expands our knowledge, but also connects us with new people, perspectives, and opportunities that, you know, can accelerate, you know, our personal growth and can open those doors that we never thought that, you know, were available to us. So that's what learning creates new connections. So now let's move on to the next point.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Papsi. My point today is like it's talking direct to me. Learning helped me discover potential I didn't know I had. There was time in my life when I believe my greatest accomplishment were already behind me. After spending 8 years as an assistant manager, I became a stay-home mom. I love being present for my children, but deep down, I sometimes wonder if I had to put my personal growth on hold. I knew I had skills, but I wasn't sure how they could fit into this new season of my life. What changed everything was my decision to start learning again. I didn't begin because I had all the answers. I started because I was curious about what might be possible if I develop new skills. and stepping outside of my comfort zone. At first, everything felt unfamiliar. Learning digital tools, understanding new systems, sharing my story online, and connecting with people from different backgrounds challenged me in ways I never accepted. But with every lesson, I discovered something important. I was capable of more than I had given myself credit for. The confidence I have today didn't appear overnight. I grew through learning, practicing, making mistakes, and continuing anyway. I discovered strength I didn't know I had, the ability to communicate my story, the courage to try something new, the confidence to help and encourage others, the resilience to keep growing even when things felt uncomfortable. Looking back, I realized that my potential was always there. It simply needs an opportunity to be developed. Many people underestimate themselves because they have never been given themselves the chance to learn something new. They assume their current circumstances define their future, but often new challenges reveal new strength we never knew existed. My journey taught me that growth is not about becoming someone else. It's about uncovering more of who you already are. So here is my reflection. You, sorry about that. You may be capable of far more than you currently believe. And the takeaway of this is learning reveals potential that might otherwise remain hidden. The moment you choose to grow, you begin discovering strength that were there all along, waiting to be developed. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. So Anna just talked about learning help us discover hidden potential, and just like Anna mentioned, learning help us uh, she was able to discover, hidden potential, when you challenge yourself, to grow beyond that comfort zone. And that's when she realized, that she had the strengths and the abilities that, she didn't know that she possessed before. But it's, once you step out of that comfort zone, that's uh, when you start growing and being able to reveal those learning, um, that you discover those potentials that you have. So let's move on to the next one.
Okay. So, lifelong learning keeps personal growth alive. And one of the greatest lessons I've learned is that growth is not a destination, it's a lifelong journey. For many years, I thought learning was something you did in school or at the beginning of your career. But life has taught me that some of the most important lessons come long after we think education is over. As an immigrant, I had to learn how to adapt to a new country and culture. And as a mother, I learned lessons that no textbook could teach me. And later in life, I challenged myself to learn new digital skills, even when it would have been easier to stay comfortable with what I already knew. Every stage of life brought new lessons, and every lesson helped me grow. I discovered that the people who continue growing are often the people who never stop being students. They stay curious, they stay open minded, and they continue learning from books, experiences, mentors, challenges, and even mistakes. Because every lesson adds value and every experience teaches us something that can help us shape our future. So, the people who grow the most are often the people who never stop learning. And growth remains available to everyone willing to keep learning, regardless of the age, regardless of the background, or where they're starting from. So, I want to leave you with this today. Your age does not determine your growth, your willingness to keep learning does. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. So yeah, so Isabel just talked about lifelong learning keeps personal growth alive. So, personal growth stays alive when we remain lifelong learners, because every new lesson, every experience, every challenge give us that opportunity to be able to evolve into a better version of ourselves. So now let's find out what is our key takeaway. Actually, we do have a comment here. So by Isabel, so the moment we stop learning, we stop growing, but the moment we stay curious, new possibilities continue to unfold. Okay.
Sorry, I was muted. So our key takeaway for today is one of the most encouraging truths about personal development is that growth does not belong to one age group. It does not belong to one profession. It does not belong to one season of life. Growth remains available to anyone who is willing to learn. Whether you are 25, 45, or 46, or beyond, there is always something new to discover, a new lesson, a new skill, a new perspective, a new possibility, because growth never has an expiration date. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. So yeah, so that was our key takeaway for this topic. And now, what is our message or question for the audience?
Okay, as you reflect on today's conversation, ask yourself this: what is one skill, subject, or area of personal growth that you would like to learn more about during the next year? Sometimes one decision to learn can change the direction of your future.
Thank you, Isabel. So we have arrived to the end of our life. So we hope so that you learn why the power of lifelong learning is important when it comes to growth. And like we mentioned here, growth really doesn't, uh, or learning, really doesn't have any expiration date. So if you keep yourself, learning throughout the years, you're gonna become uh, and better, a person that is able to see opportunities, is able to have different perspective, because we will have a wider point of view um, from the learnings that he has. And then you also become more uh, find out that you have the potential of do things that you thought that you couldn't do. So that's the power of lifelong learning, to create a new version, a better version of you through the years. So what is our topic for next Monday?
Okay, next Monday's topic, episode 45, why curiosity may be one of the most valuable traits for personal growth.
Thank you, Maimuna. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking next Monday. So it's a global conversation about curiosity, learning, discovery, and how to ask better questions that can open doors to new opportunities. So, and that's the end of our lives. We want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. Want to say thank you to also Uzma Yusuf Sai for the love heart emoji, and also for the like emoji to Jesse Rivera, Fatiya Hussein, Lady B, and Uzma Rifat Digital Hub. So thank you everyone for being here with us today. We want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Monday for those who are on Monday, and a happy and blessed Tuesday for those who are on Tuesday, and a happy and blessed week ahead for everyone. And we do have a last comment here from Uzma. She say very interesting and informative. Thank you so much. Thank you, Uzma. Thank you for your comment.
Thank
Thank you
you,
for watching.
Usma.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sister.
Thanks.
So saying that, thank you again, and we'll see you again in our next episode of the Global Freedom Conversations Live. Thank you, everyone. God bless you all, and thank you for watching.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.